Capital Bike Share. How do customers use the system? What conditions affect the use of such a system? These are a couple of questions to ask when performing an analysis of a system such as Capital Bike Share. The datasets I chose were from the Capital Bike Share System database and one found on UCI Machine Learning Repository. The Capital Bike Share data is gathered on how the bikes are used per trip. It has details on the start and end station, time of day, duration of the trip, and if the user is regular or a casual user. The second dataset shows the details of weather conditions on given days such as temperature, wind speed, and humidity. Also, if the days were a work day, weekend, or a holiday. Types of variables in both datasets were dates and times, categorical, and numerical. A factor variable was required. I therefore was able to create one from the season variable. Dates needed to be changed from character to date. Some variables in the weather dataset were numerical instead of categorical. To help perform a better analysis, these numerical variables were changed. For example, holiday was either a 0 or a 1. I therefore changed it to yes or no. I used the dplyr function to subset and state the current value and impute the new value. Reshaping the data. I actually did this step twice. First, on the weather data, the member type variable was in two columns, member casual and member registered. The gather function was used to complete this step. The second time was once I joined the two datasets, I had redundant variables and duplicates. I then selected only the required variables to create a new data frame. I used the select function to do this. Manipulate data. I created a new variable for hour of the day. Using the with function, I pulled the hour information from the trip start date and time variable. This was required to enable the joining of both datasets. Missing values. With the joined data frames, I scanned the data by using col sums and is and a functions. The result shows 0 missing values. Values considered missing are not always just NAs. You need to also consider such values as unknown. There are 4 values of unknown under the member type variable. If this was not already stated, I would have had to impute such a value myself. As there is just 4, they could be removed, or as an analyst, ask the client how they would like them dealt with. Numeric outliers. Some are found easily by creating box plots within the dplyr function for each variable and viewed as dots outside each upper and lower fence. I imputed the values using the IQR calculations to deal with these outliers. The distribution was also checked to consider using the z-score for imputation. Transformation of data was performed on the humidity variable, first looking at the distribution by creating a histogram. This determines what type of transformation can be performed. As my data was skewed to the right, I looked at reciprocal, squared root, and logarithm transformations. The one that worked the best was the square root. The R package used is dplyr. Due to the large file size of my datasets, I was unable to do an analysis as intended. Unfortunately, the rows or observations were significantly reduced. It would be interesting though to know how customers use the system, either regular or casual, what time of day is most popular, how far they travel, and how does the weather or season affect usage.